We all know that Shakespeare invented words like addiction, lonely, fashionable, swagger, basically my Tinder bio. But the real question is, why is this man still dominating pop culture 400 years after his death? And if you're one of those people that says, I don't like Shakespeare, you might not know it, but you do. So I want to talk to you about the musicals, movies, TV shows that are secretly and not so secretly based on Shakespeare. Because if the bard was able to collect royalties beyond the grave, he'd be a very, very, very rich man. First, there are loads of shows about Shakespeare. First, you've got And Juliet, which is about Shakespeare's wife, Anne Hathaway, who basically rewrites Romeo and Juliet because it's just too depressing. Then you've got the musical Something Rotten, where Shakespeare is portrayed as a celebrity with an ego bigger than an X Factor judge. And more recently, we had the play Hamnet, which is all about how the death of Shakespeare's son shaped his work. The man has become a character in his own canon. He is the Stan Lee of Marvel. Let's look at some specific plays. Romeo and Juliet, it gets about a bit. West Side Story is just Romeo and Juliet with Latino dancing. Grease, where Sandy and Danny are from two very separate groups that don't usually mix. Where do they get these ideas? And don't forget High School Musical, which is a carbon copy of that, but with Troy and Gabriella. Basically, if two teenagers fall in love, but someone says, oh, you're not allowed to sit with us, Shakespeare did it first. And throw in Romeo and Juliet as well. The Lion King. It's just Hamlet with fur. The uncle kills the king, and the prince has a conversation with his dead father. Scar is basically Claudius with eyeliner. We've got All Shook Up, which is The 12th Night meets Elvis. Cross-dressing, mistaken identity, the whole shebang. And the film She's the Man, where Amanda goes full Viola and dresses up as her brother and pretends to be a man. I remember Tumblr just losing its mind, but 400 years too late. Kiss Me Kate, 10 Things I Hate About You. They're both just Taming of the Shrew. They just are. The musical Return to the Forbidden Planet. Brilliant, but it's basically Shakespeare's Othello in space. Sci-fi Shakespeare, of course. And it doesn't stop there, because Taylor Swift references Shakespeare, ballets adapt his work, painters interpret his plays, there's even a rap album inspired by Othello. This man is everywhere, even in Beyonce's Lemonade. So the next time you roll your eyes at Shakespeare and say, oh, thee, thou, wherefore, just remember this man is living rent-free in your Spotify playlists, your Netflix queues, your musical favourites, and yes, your GCSE traumas. But 400 years later, and he is still in the public zeitgeist. So tell me, what's your favourite Shakespeare interpretation? Pop it in the comments.